what's up, Bootstrappers? This is Ryan Nickel coming at you with... Got Russ here. And Gwen. How do I say your last name?
Goebel.
Is it Goebel?
Yep.
That's what I thought, you know?
Yep, Goebel.
And we're here sitting in my car. We just got done having some milkshakes at the Frosty Time.
Mm-hmm.
And so, have you guys ever seen the movie Goonies?
Yes.
Okay, Goonies never say die.
Never say die.
Yeah. And Bootstrappers never give up.
No.
That's what this is all about. So, we were working on a deal. How did you guys find that deal?
Well, we seen this lady passed away, and we were scared to go reach out and touch her.
Yeah.
Reach out to the kids. We were just scared. How do you reach out to somebody like that? Then you came along. You had found it too. And you said, just reach out to them. It's been a little while. So.
Yeah, it had been like almost a year. Like what happened was, I was looking on the, well, I look at properties, and what I do is I look for foreclosure properties, and then I also cross-reference with vacant properties, and this was one that was actually vacant. And so I looked up the owner to find out what had happened, and she was, unfortunately, she was hit by a car. It was a hit and run, and she was in a coma for like 6 months. Eventually, she expired, and the property was now in default. And it had been about, I think,
about a year.
Yeah, it had been about a year. So, wounds never heal like that completely, but it had been, it wasn't fresh. Where we're like, chasing ambulances, asking them to sign the property over to us. But so it was enough time there. So, what's up, Eric? So we found the guy.
So yes, we found the son back in Las Vegas, and we reached out to him. It was kind of scary reaching out. Gwen's really good talking to people. She reached out to him. And they thought we were a letter coming to them from God. They just know we were God sent to help them get out of this predicament because they were losing a house and had no way of saving it.
Yeah.
No, nothing. The whole house was still full. All their mom's belongings, everything was still there, just like she left and went to town, just never came home. That's really what happened.
Yeah, sad situation.
So they just knew we were God sent. Yes.
She told me, she said, God told you to call me. She said, God sent you.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
They have never stopped thanking us. We still get thank you letters today.
Do you really?
Yeah, they're still thanking us.
Yeah, you know what? Do not be surprised that if you'll get Christmas cards, Thanksgiving cards from people that just you really are like their guardian angels. They love you, and they'll love you forever because you saved their mom's house from going to the bank.
Yes.
Yeah. And it was. Was this an easy slam dunk deal?
No.
No, nothing
What?
about it.
You reached out to them, and I'm like, oh, thank you, we love you. Here's my house.
This is the hardest deal I've ever worked. I've worked $1 million property deals. I've been through nail-biting situations with these people, escrow companies, title companies, and I've never seen nothing like this. And the title company we worked with down there, I've never seen nothing like it. I've been in nail-biting situations over and over and over in my life. I've never seen a title company like this before.
He gets fired up.
Oh, man.
When you know more than what the title company knows, and you're not a title person, you're not a realtor, you know more than they know, there's something wrong with that picture.
Yeah, there is.
I don't know how they're in business. So.
And you're not the only one. I heard that from a lot of seasoned investors that this title company just does not deserve to be in business.
They don't deserve to be in business at all.
Yeah.
My God.
So a little bit of background here. What happened is this house was in a trust, and the trustee happened to be. This is crazy. This is totally you can't make this stuff up. So the trustee happened to be the lady who died's live-in boyfriend for a number of years, and then he got sick and went back to his wife, who took him in. So there's that part of the story. So he's still the trustee of the property, and then there's this will that pops up out of nowhere, and it goes to the aunt, and she's supposed to have a claim on this property as well. So now we have this issue, and she also filed a probate case because she wants the property, and so we're like, what's going on here? And then on top of it, this guy who's now back with his wife, who's upset that he stepped out on her for a period of time, is now trying to help this other lady's kids, and she's like, what are you doing with this lady's kids? They're not your kids, but I guess he treats them like they are because he lived with them for a number of years. So you got this convoluted mess going on here, and then you also have the fact that he's on title, but no one ever substituted him as the trustee, as a new substitute trustee. So you have that issue going on. And anything I'm missing?
No, you're right on. There's more to the story when you're done, though.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Oh no. This is the story that keeps on giving. So, I'm at Disneyland. I'm with my family. I'm down there enjoying, and I paid for the probate. I went to my attorney. I said, hey, this is the situation. She goes, it's an easy deal. We'll just do this, and that, and we're good. So, I submit all the documentation that we need to the title company. And then the title company, the first problem is they're like, oh, sorry, we can't do anything. The person's dead. We have no one to authorize a payoff. I'm like, are you kidding me? How in the world is this even happening? The title company's just like, sorry, this is never going to close. And they like wash their hands of it. I'm like, this is crazy. And then on top of it, we needed to get the death certificate, because when you file an affidavit of death, you need to have the death certificate. Yeah. I'll let Rusty tell that story in a minute. But first, before we ever get the affidavit of death filed, we got to see what the payoff actually truly is. Yes. And so no one's doing anything, and the house is just sitting there. So here I am at Disneyland, and the very next morning, I told my wife, I'm like, before we go, I'm just going to make a quick couple of phone calls and just get this deal done, because this is just it's beyond ludicrous. I can't believe this is happening. Mm-hmm. So, did I ever tell you how this happened?
No.
No? How do you get a payoff?
You call the bank and tell them you want to know the payoff for the house.
Yeah. So here's what happened, all right? I only tell this on my Bootstrap group because... All right. So I called the bank, and I pretend to be this lady. I pretend to be her. And she's like, well, Mrs. So-and-so, I can't give you the payoff. I'm like, well, why? I need the payoff so I can sell my house. Well, the reason I can't give you the payoff is because it says it's in the estate of such and such. And usually when it says it's in the estate of such and such, that means the person's deceased. So how can I be talking to you if you're deceased? Click. So I totally hung up on her. Called back, got somebody new, and I'm like, hey, this is such and such. I'm the trustee of this estate. We got it in escrow. We're getting ready to close. We're just waiting on a payoff. Can you go ahead and give me a rush payoff? You know, I need a rush on this payoff request. Oh yeah, sure, no problem. What's your fax number? Boom, it was there the very next day.
Yes.
That's exactly how that happened. Yeah. I do not condone doing this, but the house was going to go to auction. I want you to understand this. The house is going to go. This was on the Thursday that I called. The house was set to go to auction in 2 weeks, but I had a court date the following Tuesday, so things had to get done quick. So I did whatever I did whatever it took, you know, within reason to get the deal done. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we got the trustee. The trustee called and got the information, and it was faxed over. Obviously, we closed it. So, but it was a little bit of a kind of a nail biter in between that. What happened there?
What happened there was, well, they need a death certificate. So we called our local county office, or we went to the county office, and they gave us a runaround. Said, no, we got to go to the other county, which is over an hour away from us. And they couldn't call up there. They couldn't help us or nothing. So we called up there. They said, well, we can't help you either because you're not family.
And that's ridiculous, because non-family can get in what's called an informational one.
Yes.
Yeah.
They wouldn't work with it. They wouldn't
say
say
no. Sorry.
So we're down to our car's out of gas. We're 30 minutes from home. It's over an hour to get up there to get that certificate. We don't even know if we can get that certificate. If we do, it's going to be $21. We got $25 to our name. What are we going to do? Or do we buy gas to get up there? Or how do we get it once we get there? So we scratch our heads for a few minutes. We sit there and pray, and we go over to our bank account to get gas. We drive up there, write another check with no money in the bank. We get their certificate. We get over there the next day to the title company, which is right around the corner from the.
So this way, you're negative now. You're negative like $100.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
We're negative. We're way negative.
So your account is like overdrawn.
We're overdrawn. But what do?
Yeah.
I mean, these people were counting on us to help other moms home.
Yeah.
Get a little bit.
And you still didn't know that it was going to close.
No.
We didn't know.
We were like, is it even going to close?
With the way the title company was working.
So you're like, well, shoot, we're $100 overdrawn. Might as well just go for it now, you know.
Go for it. So we went up there and we kind of finagled a little bit with a county worker at the desk, and we got it.
You did?
Yeah. I think there was a trustee that showed up to get the death certificate from the state.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said the trustee.
The trustee got the death certificate.
That's a play right on my book, man.
Kind of just got to do what you got to do sometimes.
You do. Yeah.
Like I said, them poor kids, they lost everything in their moms. The bank's going to take everything.
Man.
So what do? You try to give them a little bit. Just get them something out of it. So we did what we had to do.
Wow. So you got the death certificate, drove it over to the title company, gave it to the title company. This was on Thursday.
Mm-hmm.
Should have closed on that Friday. Didn't end up happening. Communication nightmare. These guys would not let anybody know that, hey, everything was ready to go, because the wire had not been sent yet. Docs had been signed, but wire hadn't been sent. So we pushed and pushed and pushed. It got delayed an entire week so it closed the following Friday. But I mean, you guys were overdrawn at that point. I mean, what were you doing for like money?
We weren't. We were just squatting at home.
Oh my gosh! Talk about like faith and like just never giving up. How much money did you end up making on this deal?
This deal, we came out close to $10,000 on this deal.
$10,000?
$10,000. You know, there's a lot of expenses involved too. But yes, it was a payoff. Great payoff.
Oh my gosh! What advice do you have for people that are like out there that are like on the verge of just like giving up, like throwing their hands in the air, like this is too fearful. I'm too frightened.
If you're too scared, you're never going to get anywhere in this business. You got to take a step. If you don't take a step, where are you going to get?
Right.
You're going to be sitting still. You got to take that step to get anywhere in life.
Yeah.
And you have to set your fear aside.
And always
Completely
remember,
just move ahead.
the windshield is always bigger than the rearview mirror.
That's so true.
Yes.
That's a great quote,
Just
guys.
keep
Listen
on
to
moving
that.
on. Yep. And these poor kids, even more than making a little bit of money on this deal, we helped that family. There was a blessing to help them.
Yeah.
And that's what we're in this business for, to help other people.
You know what? That's more than anything. Like, yeah, it's nice getting these paydays, like these
Yes.
$10,000 checks and stuff like that. But you know that it's good, hard-earned, honest money.
Yeah.
You're helping these people
Yeah.
so much. I mean, I had ladies cry on my shoulders, send me texts that you're my guardian angel, all these things.
Yes.
And I mean, money can't buy that.
No.
There's just an emotional satisfaction that comes with it. Yeah, money's great. But money comes and goes, but those feelings, those last forever. Those impressions you've made on their lives, those are indelible. They do not go back.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
and we become friends with them.
That is awesome, Gwen.
Yes. They're now a bootstrapper, I think. They're
Yeah.
trying.
Eric, he says, Rusty, you're inspiring. Yeah, they're that's right. They're bootstrappers now, aren't they?
They are.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right.
Have them reach out, man. This community is about giving and helping them out too. You know, I'm glad that we're able to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So here's some comments, guys.
What are they saying?
They're saying, greetings, and Rusty, you're inspiring. So good, you guys. Love this. Any questions you guys have for Rusty and Gwen? Is there more to the story?
Well, the uncle, well, not an uncle, but the trustee,
Yeah.
he had trouble depositing the check the way the check was written out. So somehow it ended up in his checking account, and his wife he has right now, which is not a part of this family, found out he got a check for the house to disperse to the kids as a trustee. And now she's upset with him.
Oh my gosh.
So he's in hot water, poor guy.
Oh.
So I think Gwen talked to him for a while and just kind of smoothed things over and tried to help him out
yeah.
a little bit. But it's just one of them things.
Oh my
The
gosh.
story never ends. But anyway, we just want to help the people one way or the other.
Yeah, and you know what? This is like one of the very few professions where you can truly give of yourself, your time, your effort, your energy, your heart to these people and get reward financially, like compensated just way more than any other profession. I mean, you get like the emotional rewards are great, but the financial rewards are even better.
Yes,
Yeah.
they
like-
are. They are.
Oh, and man, what a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, some more comments here. So I just want to help people. I want that. I want to help people. That's what Jared says. And then Michelle said, the windshield is bigger than the rearview mirror. I like that. Thank you.
Yes, it is. It always is.
It always is, man.
Yep, it always is.
That's very inspiring. So, yeah, these guys are true bootstrappers. When they told me who that was, guys,
No.
that was Carly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, another person we're trying to help
Yeah.
out. We're trying to reach out.
I'll have to call her after this.
Yes. Yes.
So, when they told me the story that they drove up there and went negative on their account to make this, I had no idea. And the amount of faith and trust that they put in me to lead and guide them was awe-inspiring. It brought tears to my eyes to think that someone would have that much faith and confidence in me that I would be able to inspire them to trust that, hey, keep going, keep moving forward. And we had a conversation, actually. And I told my wife this. I never told you guys this. But I don't remember the entire thing, but the gist of it is because you guys were saying that, hey, this is kind of getting tough, what do we do and stuff like. I'm like, never give up.
Never
Do whatever you need to do. Just go. Always just take the next step and just keep going and keep going and keep going. And then when you told me that you went up to Fresno and got that, I was like, oh yeah, they took my advice. They did this and stuff like that. And I was like, this is awesome. Little did I know, like, the backstory of everything that, like, the amount of trust that you put in me. I mean, thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
That, for me, I mean, more than the paycheck, that means more to me than anything. Is that you would trust that this process would work.
It does work.
It does work, and you made a lot of money, and you're going to continue to make a lot more money.
Yeah.
That's the plan.
We prayed a long time for someone to come help us, and we do feel you've been a godsend to us. And
Well, thank you.
right from you to us, right down to the family we just helped. They keep saying what a godsend we've been all through you, and it's all started with you.
Well, thank you.
Gwen has purchased several coaching companies, their products. Several of them spent thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars on these coaching programs. Never got anywhere with these coaching programs. They're a big name. We're not going to name them right now.
No, we don't need to do that.
But they're very big name coaching outfits. None of them worked. None of them worked. We run across Ryan because we were looking at a house for Ryan had for sale in Willows, California. We met up with him. We heard he was having a meetup group one night. We went to the meetup group, and the last is history.
That's right.
Rest is history.
That's right. You guys wanted to buy that one, then you guys went down south, and
We had to go down south. Been down there.
Yeah.
Ryan's hometown.
yeah,
So
yeah. We've done a few deals already together. So, man, that's inspiring. That is amazing. I love that story, guys. I'm gonna live on that. I'm gonna have that story for a long, long time.
A lot of people don't know. We live in a travel trailer. We live on food stamps.
Yeah.
And I'm on disability, Social Security. That's all our income is. So when that's gone, we're out for the month. And when this came up, we were scraping rock bottom.
And I know what it's like. I've been there. I mean, I started homeless and on food stamps trying to support my family. So I completely get it. So, I mean, we relate, man.
Yeah.
So for those of you that are out there thinking like, oh my gosh, I need to know something, or I need to have resources or connections or something like that. No, you don't. I started homeless. These guys are in a travel trailer. This is a step up from being homeless.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But you don't need all those fancy resources. I mean, you do need direction. You need to have the right direction, of course, to show you where you need to go.
Mm-hmm.
But I think the most important thing is that you need to have the mindset not to give up. Stuff is going to be tough. It's going to get hard. It will. It always does. But guess what? As soon as it does, it also eases up as well. It lightens up. The door opens. You see the way. You just step through it, and you make some money.
Yep. Never ever give up.
That's awesome.
Have the faith and a big windshield and keep going.
That's right. And you have a big windshield. You have a big old truck.
Yeah.
So, any last questions you guys have for Rusty and Gwen? Anything else you guys want to part?
No, just never give up.
Never give up.
Never
man.
give up. Got questions? Post them on Bootstrap.
Yeah, man, post them on this thing here. This is for you guys. This resource is for all of you. This is so you guys can benefit from everybody. And sometimes, like, I get private messages from people all the time. It happens, they're like, hey, Ryan, can you help me with this? I'll redirect that person back into the group and say, hey, go ask that in the Bootstrap group so everyone can benefit. I'll answer the question. You'll get other resources as well. Mm-hmm. And it's the way that we can elevate everybody here, because I want everyone to succeed. I know everyone's not going to. I know it's kind of naive of me, but I want as many people as possible to succeed, because at the end of the day, it depends on you. You have to make it work. Yes. We're going to give you the direction. We're going to give you some of the things that are working for us. But if you don't take that action, then I'm sorry, it's not going to work for you. And that's what comes up to, never giving up. You have to not have that mentality of not to give up. And that means doing the work. Even if it doesn't work the first time, the second time. How many properties have you looked at until it finally popped for you?
Countless. Countless. You just never give up. You just keep looking.
Yeah.
This one doesn't work, move on to the next.
Contacted countless.
Yeah.
You'll go through 40 homes before you find one that works.
And when it does work?
And when it does work, boom, it's good.
Oh my gosh, it's good. It carries you. And that momentum will outlast the next 40 homes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so
keep on going. Never give up.
Oh, check this out. This is Eric. I've spent thousands on courses and coaching as well, or two. Zero deals till I met Ryan.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Awesome, Eric.
That's awesome.
We're going to get you on the next one, Eric.
Yes, we
Love
will.
to hear your story as well.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right, guys. I'm going to go camping with my kiddos for the weekend.
Awesome.
Just want to thank you guys for being here in this
Thank you, Ryan.
I Buy Houses truck.
Yeah.
All right, Bootstrappers, you all have a great weekend. And just remember, you're one deal away from changing your entire financial future.
So true.
So true.
So true.
All right. Cheers.